A year from the launch of the first model in the yacht class range, the Cranchi 64, the shipyard is about to launch a new, even larger and more spacious model with a flying bridge, the Cranchi 66.
The
vessel is 20.68 meters overall, 5.1 in the beam, and displaces 33.5 tons, up to 38.3 tons fully laden. She has two 1,400 horsepower MAN engines. She can carry up to 16 and is designed and constructed to navigate in Category A in the most difficult conditions. The way the bow of this vessel is organized is extraordinary, because here, where usually there is only a sunbed, there is also a table. So this becomes an area to use not just for sunbathing, but also for eating. The more you go into detail and see how the space on the vessel is exploited, the more you appreciate the ability of the Cranchi engineers and designers. For example, in this area, look at the perfect concentrative solutions that's made it possible to create a locker, glass holder, hi-fi, and, here in the side, fender storage. Here at the bow, the equipment is compressed, the winch, the bits, this open pulpit that facilitates embarking. All this serves to exploit space better and have more living space on the boat. As you move along the gangway, you are struck by this huge window, which doubles the beauty of the panorama. But I also want to point out some technical aspects, such as the width of the gangway and the diameter of the handholds, which are very large and easy to grip. You take 8 long paces to go from the after part of the flying bridge to the helm. This gives you an idea of how big this area is. And that's not all, because in front of the driving station is a sunbed facing forward. The driving station on the flying bridge is very comfortable. An anatomical chair, a good view through the windscreen forward, and the easily visible instruments, protected by a shade that makes them easier to read. Then there are all the controls, as if it were the main driving station of the vessel. The dining area has a solid wood table that is particularly thick and also well made, and under is a grating useful for holding objects. The after part of the flying bridge has this bar cabinet that also offers a barbecue. A stern, a sunbeds and 2 armchairs, but there is also room for a mattress. A curious and unusual solution is this application of glass on the flooring to illuminate the cockpit, which is already lit by outside light. The ladder that links the 2 decks and this area of the boat has plenty of handholds, so you're always safe. Here in the cockpit is a bar cabinet. This has a top-loading fridge freezer and above all the 3rd command station of the vessel, which is very handy for mooring stern on. The living area has a rather large solid teak table which can be partly folded up to reach the sofa more easily. Behind the backrest is another sunbed facing astern. The equipment is completed by a stern platform that can be submerged to make it easier to handle the tender. Here there's a door leading to the crew cabin, which is actually so elegant and well finished it could also be used by a guest. A label that reminds us of something important. Valuable information on how this boat is built, reinforced with carbon and Kevlar fiber, naturally used in the hull, where it's more important to have a very robust structure.
The
interior and exterior of the vessel are united and separated by a 3-panel glass door at the stern. The upper part of the glass slides up vertically. It's electrically controlled and makes the opening complete. The deckhouse is extremely long because forward the windscreen extends towards the bow, giving a greater sense of depth to the entire saloon, which is very luxuriously fitted out with leather cladding and ebony. This area of the boat is dedicated to media entertainment and more. A fold-away television, plus a wine rack, a Bose hi-fi, and the ice maker. There are 2 tables in the saloon, one close to the sofa, which is large and can be used for meals with several guests, and another which is much more suited for breakfast or aperitifs. It's in crystal glass with leather around the edges for protection. It's interesting to note around this table the buffets, which can be removed and positioned where you like. Inside, in the base, is storage space for objects. Going below, the environment, despite being on the lower deck, is still very airy and well lit. The windows in the deckhouse provide plenty of light in this area too. The galley is a perfect example of a well-organized space. The cupboards have ridges to stop objects falling out. There is a twin sink with a draining area all round. There are 4 pyroceram hobs, and there, close to the side, some very useful storage spaces. 2 portholes, both of which can be opened, ensure perfect ventilation. The appliances are all high quality. There's an oven, large dishwasher, and drawers to keep the cutlery in good order. Forward, there is not just a guest cabin, but a private apartment, separated by this corridor that leads to the berth. The cabin is really big. The maximum width is 3.5 meters, comparable to a bedroom at home. The headroom is 2.1 meters and the berth is giant size too, 1.95 meters long and 1.65 wide. And there really is plenty of storage space. The door handles are in leather, making them comfortable and safe. Inside the head of the VI cabin, we find a shower cabinet with walls in crystal glass, not plexiglass as on many other boats. The cabin has a highly original rock cladding. The third cabin, for guests, has 2 twin berths, intelligently designed to be wider towards the head and narrower at the foot, to make it easier to reach the head. The third head serves the third cabin, but can also be used as a day head. Here too there is a floor in glass resin, very beautiful and highly polished, and it looks slippery, but in fact offers an excellent grip. The master cabin is in the beamiest part of the vessel. The floor is at the lowest part of the boat, so here you feel movement less and can rest better. Cranchi designed the cupboards following the line of the hull with Berloni to obtain very handy and very useful storage spaces like this. Inside the master cabin is an area dedicated to the lady. The master head is inside the suite and has a shower next to the services, obviously a sink and a separate shower cabinet with a large shower head above and massage jets in the column. The machine room of the Cranchi 66 houses the two 1400 horsepower MAN engines. It's a masterpiece of precision. Everything is as it should be, well visible so you can reach all the apparatus. Then there are these boxes with spares. The environment is perfectly soundproofed because the noise is contained in this area. And then there are the systems that handle the electronics. But if something does go wrong, you can always reactivate the services manually. We're ready for our test on the water, but one more detail on this boat's construction. An important element is the door that allows you to reach the gangway directly from the driving station. It makes things much easier, especially when maneuvering. The driver's seat is electrically adjustable, we can choose our position, and at this point, we only need to check the instruments and set out. The throttles are very comfortably positioned, and also close at hand for the driver is the Humphrey instrumentation that adjusts the trim of the boat. There are interceptors, trim correctors, that can also be used completely automatically to correct not just the trim of the boat, but also its heel.